Good morning, welcome all of you. Namaste. So, this morning we are going to discuss a beautiful topic, most essential topic that is on detailed surrender. Different types of surrender we have known to give ourselves completely, our thoughts, our actions, every moment, everything what we have, what we are, everything must be given to the hand, in the hands of the divine. It must be surrendered to the divine. That is what the basis of yoga. The basis of yoga. So this is the most essential thing, the most important thing. That is the most needful thing we have to do. That is without surrender, nothing true can be done really. So here we are going to discuss today on detailed surrender. Many types of surrender we see, like a vast surrender, absolute surrender, complete surrender, surrender in the service of the soul, human surrender, surrender to the divine, surrender of the entire being. Many ways we see. Of course, this surrender we name details as named by Sri Aurobindo Mother. Here also we'll discuss one message from the mother where she has explained the detailed surrender. So we want to see with this caption we are going to discuss about the detailed surrender. We'll see what mother exactly quotes here. Detailed surrender means the surrender of all the details of life. Surrender as detailed means that in detail, that term is there included detailed surrender. Everything in all the details of the life must be surrendered. Even the smallest and the most insignificant appearance, everything must be surrendered. We must not choose that this is magnificent, this is mean, this is good, this is bad, this is bad, big, this is small. Nothing like this. Even the most insignificant thing and most smallest thing that in appearance, that must be surrendered. In that is no in detail. So this is known as the detailed surrender. And this means to remember the divine in all circumstances. Divine is our goal, He is the beginning, He is the end, He is the middle, He is the center. So everything only centers around our divine in integral ego. So it means the to remember the divine in all circumstances, whatever we think, feel, or do. Whatever we think, feel, or do, all the circumstances, everything must be surrendered. We must do it for Him as a way of coming close to Him. So this is the thing, what we think, what we feel, what we do, everything in detail under all the circumstances, everything must be surrendered to the divine in detail, of course. And Mother, of course, again explains, we must do it for Him, this surrender in detail, everything we must do for Him as a way of coming close to Him. This is the most requirement, this is the most efficient, effectual things, it is getting effectuated. It is divine's planning to come way of coming close to Him, to be more and more what He wants to be. So when we are coming close to Him, when we are facing Him, when we are open to Him, naturally what will happen, that more and more what He wants to be, that will be performed, that will be almost executed. So capable of manifesting His will in perfect sincerity. We must come to Him, the divine. We must know what He wants to do with the help of us, what He has, what is the reason why He has sent us to this mortal birth, of course, into this lower hemisphere. So when we are coming closer to Him, when we are in contact with Him, when we are open, when we complete surrender, this detailed surrender will be helpful in capable, will make us capable of manifesting His will in perfect sincerity and purity. There must never be an impurity when the true divine is there with Him. Like when there is the presence of the hot sun is there, no chance of for this darkness to come and occupy. So anyway, if we are capable of this manifesting His will in perfect sincerity and purity, and to be the instruments of His love, that is what the requirement. Instruments of His love. That's what we want to be. Again, author quotes beautifully. True surrender, detail in detail all the being, entire thing, all circumstances, all thought, our feeling, all everything. And again, mother quotes, true surrender enlarges you. How shall we know that we have surrendered? By it is the surrender of its true form. It is true surrender. Mother quotes, this you can also, you can know from your attitudes, from your feelings, from your whiteness. True surrender enlarges you. It increases your capacity. This capacity, human capacity, even though we claim we are better than somebody else, or comparing to the other country, we are far ahead. But thing is that to increase is your capacity, it gives you a greater measure in quality and in quantity. So if the true surrender is that, initially we will feel that we are enlarged. Second, it our in capacity is increased. Third, the greater measure of is given, is we have got the greater measure in quality and quantity. So which you would not have with yourself, you could not have. So with the true surrender, naturally you have gained this thing. Then actually, again, mother quotes beautifully, the path is long. What is why this surrender is required for this path? What is the reason? What is the actually use, essence? So your mother quotes, the path is long, but self surrender make it short. Another surrender we are going to know, that self surrender. After detailed surrender and true surrender, another surrender we are coming across, that is true self surrender. Self surrender makes it short. This is the essence, this is the need of this is the blessings of this self surrender. It is the work of the performance or work of this self surrender. The way is difficult, the perfect trust in the divine makes it easy. Naturally, the path we are treading is not an easy path, it is a difficult. Path is long, not at all short. So self surrender makes it short, and the way is difficult, and the perfect, but the perfect trust in the divine that makes it short. Another mother quotes, again, mother quotes beautifully try to explain in detail, in a very crystal clear manner. Mother is actually trying to explain us. To surrender to the divine is to renounce your narrow limits and let yourself be invaded by it and make it a center of its play. So, this, of course, this message is very much clarifying. It is actually indicating that we are preoccupied with the ego. Unless otherwise, this ego is displaced, and this position, displaced position, is not taken by the divine. It is very difficult. So, this divine has to come, and his divine will come and invade the ego. It will go, it will perish, and of course the divine will come, he will occupy the place, he will be placed in the center of the entire parikrama, entire the circulation. So mother quotes, I'll try to quote it again. The to surrender to the divine is to remove your narrow limits. Of course, we are narrow, we are limited, we are bounded, we are ego-centered, so things are only confined. But actually, it must be renounced and let yourself be invaded by it. The divine has to come, he has to invade, he has to purify, he has to clarify us, and made a center for its play. For the divine play, he must make a center. Again, surrender, mother tries to explain surrender, the decision to hand over the responsibility of your life to the divine. Anybody can be in a position, he will come to need, say, they will demand a clarification. What really this surrender? Absolute surrender, complete surrender, vast surrender, true surrender, self surrender. So many ways we feel, the many types of surrender we see, we come across on the way. We of course hear it, and we feel it in our existence, day-to-day existence. But actually, surrenders, your mother quote tries to explain what really this surrender means. Surrender, the decision to hand over the responsibility of your life to the divine. Responsibility of your life to the divine, that must be given. That is the decision that must be decided, and it must be given. So this is done either through the mind or through the emotion or the life impulse or through all of them. together. Mind, life, body, psychically, everything. It must be decided that all the responsibility of the entire life must be surrendered to the Supreme. So there itself, one thing will be done. Let thy will be done. I have not kept anything for use. Whatever you will, that will must be performed. That must be fulfilled. Whatever you choose, like Radha's prayer, whatever you choose, life or death, that is acceptable to me, I am ready. So, again, Mother quotes to will that God wills, this is the supreme secret. Again, we'll go and read something, of course, from the description as described by Lord, by our Master. So, on surrender, very interestingly, the Master quotes and tries to define and try to explain us. Surrender must necessarily be progressive. From progress, the term progress, that is the goal. Every day we keep progressing. Some from progress, the line has come, Sri Aurobindo has developed. It must be necessarily progressive. Every day things will be progressing. It must not be static, but the dynamism must be there and the progressive must be there. Complete surrender. Another type of surrender we see, complete surrender, is can best and most easily come by the complete love and bhakti. Without real love and bhakti not to the lower hemisphere or to the human level, but to the divine. So, without true love and bhakti, really complete surrender can never come. So, complete surrender can best and most easily come. Best and most easily. It is actually very difficult thing, but thing as Sri Aurobindo smilingly explains, very easily explains. Best and most easily come by the complete love and bhakti. Just imagine. Not only the surrender come by love, but also love come by surrender. This is a reversible process between. We have chemistry. We have seen that a reversible process from A to B and from B to A simultaneously it will be happening. So not only surrender come by love. So surrender and love, they are interrelated. Surrender. Not only by surrender, not only can surrender come by love, unless otherwise you love, that surrender is not possible. And once this surrender is there, then naturally love will come. So you can say whether this pot has kept the water or water has kept the pot. Bhutadhara patram or pratadhara bhutam. It is not the question, they are simultaneously. So this first tree then seed or first seed then tree. This is the $1 billion question, undecided question that the fixed answer will never satisfy anybody. Anyway, both are interrelated, they will come simultaneously. The surrender to the Divine Supreme Mother is essential, for without it, no fulfillment of the object of yoga. Object of yoga, what is the object of yoga? People, if you keep asking, common people, you keep asking, they will see yoga means some exercises whatever we are performing because we are suffering. Almost everybody they are suffering. Somebody from orthopedic problem, somebody having some gastrological problem, somebody having some chronological disease and all. So they want to make some yoga for some exercise. That's what they feel it is the end and the height of the topmost height of the yoga. But actually yoga is something different. The object and yoga means union with the divine, union with the highest, really union with the all. So in all your being, physically, mentally and vitally, entire being must be get unified with the divine only. But here only, at least here in the course, beautifully, what is the aim of our yoga, integral yoga, to this transformation, this perfection, this supramentalization. Just imagine how it is coming. It will be coming not to realization, that spiritual realization must be there. So spirituality is a must. Now itself we are almost confined to the religious aspects, moral aspects. We are not gone to spiritual. Then after the spiritualization will come the supramentalization. That is the aim of our yoga, object of our yoga. Supramentalization, that is the thing we are performing and we are on the process. On the path, of course, your things like nirvana, mukti, moksha, it will come on the way. These are also small this thing, your stations, but you are moving in the super bullet train. These are not small stoppages for a short time. It will stay, but not the final goal of your work. Then in the mother quotes, here in the quotes, the surrender to the divine mother, that is most essential. For without is nothing, there will be no fulfillment of the object of the yoga. So without an added effort, nothing can be done. Man with his effort can never be more than a man. So it will be done only by the help and blessings of the Divine Mother. Thank you.